Good morning,
Good
morning.
morning,
How's everyone doing? Hey, my name's Javi. This is my wife.
Jessica.
And on this show, we discuss things that we all have to face in order to build our character, in order to build our faith, develop our character, and take action towards the life that you want to live.
Yep. And the thing is that, we say that every morning. We say build faith, develop our character, take action. But those things, if you think about it, if you break those down, we would just the reason we came up with this, the reason why I feel like God gave us this is it's not just three things that are separate. They go together. When you build your faith determines your character. Your faith is the foundation of who you are. It's the foundation of who Christ called you to be, who God designed you to be, right? That develops your character over time. God helps you develop your character over time by breaking down and building up. And then your character, of course, determines the action that you're going to take. And then that determines your results, right? Your actions determine your results. So that was on purpose. Those go together in sort of a process of development of life living, you know, how do I'm trying to say this a certain way in my head. It's a way of life. It's a way to live life. It's the way to build your life. It's a life process. And it goes together, right?
Exactly right.
So I don't know why I didn't said that like that. I'm like the life living, I don't know. But I'm just trying to like get the thought. You ever try to get a thought out of your head and it's like comes out like whatever. But it's just I always think
That's what's great about live doing things
doing live. Yeah, we don't care. Watch me. I'm going to spill my coffee next or my tea.
Don't spill anything.
Don't spill anything in here. But it's just something that I noticed. We say every morning, and I just wanted to say that that's on purpose. That's something that we really truly believe because that's the process that we had to go through, and constantly go through to build our life.
Right. And we believe that this is a formula for success.
Yeah.
True, deep success in your life.
Absolutely.
Okay. And that doesn't mean that you're going to be, the richest person on the block. Doesn't mean that you're going to be the fittest person, in the world.
Right.
It means that you are successful at the things that you want in your life.
And really
you could have certain things. You could be working towards those things, but it's not about, a lot of times, the reason why I want to point this out, a lot of times people, when they hear success, they hear, for whatever reason, perfection.
Well, they also hear goal met instead of success being actually the journey. Mm-hmm. The journey, we talked about this a lot. The journey is not there to reach the goal. The goal is there so that the journey happens. The journey is the most important thing.
Exactly right.
So anyway, before we get too far though, I want to make sure you guys are aware of a couple links. Make sure you're clicking that StreamYard link right there if you are in our private Facebook health and wellness support group, because inside a private group, StreamYard, which is what we're using to stream this, does not let me see your name when you comment unless you click that link. So you're not coming across as a blank face. Make sure you click the StreamYard link. The other link, the YouVersion Bible app link, is in all the descriptions, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook and otherwise. Make sure you're clicking that link if you want to go to the app that we're using for this study and follow along. There's a lot more in there. There's all kinds of other studies in there that you could use to help, improve your life and things like that. A lot of great resources in this app. So make sure you're clicking that link and getting an account there, and you can sign up for your own private things and dig in deeper in this one because there's a lot to be had. All right. So we wanted to talk about, first of all, this week we are on day 3 of our 5-part series on getting unstuck getting active when you feel like you're stuck, getting unstuck. Why do I even want to get active? What am I even doing with my fitness and nutrition and things like that? Hey, Monica.
Hey,
good morning.
Good
Annie.
Morning, you guys.
Good morning. Thanks for always joining us, you guys. We appreciate you. So, this is a series all about, yes, exercise is important, but why is it important? Why do we care? Getting ourselves together mentally speaking and getting it to the point. Because a lot of people I talk to are like, well, I'm just not ready. Well, we need to get ready. We need to rise. Why? Why do we need to rise to the occasion? So that's what we're talking about this week. And so one of the questions that came in is, how do I fit this in? How do I fit this in? Like, what's the best time of day to work out? How do I start implementing this into my schedule when I feel like I don't have any time?
Right.
So number one, anything you're doing is more than you were doing before. Just know that. This is not a battle or a process of perfection. Like you cannot make integrating fitness into your schedule an all or nothing thing, because anything that you're doing is more than you were doing before. And that's only going to lead to success and health.
Yeah. It's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing how God created us when we are, when we're active and we start getting that exercise in. Our body and our minds want it more.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gone from that transition where you were stagnant and then you started to take the necessary steps to be more active, and you started slowly, but then you have it part of your routine, then you wanted to do it, then you didn't you couldn't go a day without it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a coincidence. That's
Right.
not just
That's science.
right. That's not just you sticking to a habit or a routine. Your body's needing it. It's craving it.
Yep.
So because that's how God designed us. So fit it in whenever you can.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you can. So for example, if you have to get up early in the morning to go to work and you don't have time to fit in a simple workout. Well, then at your lunch break, try to fit in a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe shorten your lunch break, or eat something on your lunch that you could kind of eat and go.
Mm-hmm.
Something really light, and then
if you can get off early, get off early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I used to have jobs where I would work through my lunch because usually, at least in my job, that was when I really could get things done midday because everybody else is gone for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
So I would skip my lunch, but then I would then get off an hour or so early.
Mm-hmm.
So
one of the things that somebody asked me the other day too, along the same lines, is like, they were trying to figure out how to fit their workout in. And this person said, I said, well, first of all, the number one thing you should understand is that at first, while the working out is really important, the activity, the habit is more important, because you won't sustain this. You won't continue doing it long term unless you can make a habit out of it that works for your schedule. So figuring out a time when you can just do something active, the best time for you is the best time, because then you're doing it. Because if I try to tell you, well, you have to do it in the morning because that's the best time. Well, then if that doesn't work for you, then you're never going to do it. So the best time to do it is the time that you can do it, the time that works best for you and your schedule, the time that you will commit to doing it. Now, if that means you're doing 3 15-minute workouts a day or something like that, then do that. But the thing is that getting the routine and the habit in and getting that solidified for the first couple of weeks is more important than whether your routine is perfect or whether your workout is perfect. Do something. You could be walking for that time.
Yeah. I mean, it just a 10, 15-minute break. Say you're in an office and you're working at your desk, 10, 15-minute break. You could do some stretches right there at your desk.
Yep.
Okay. I know that, if you have a lot of people around, it's kind of embarrassing or whatever else. People maybe look at you strange or whatever. Well, to me, number one, who cares? Because at least you're doing something. And especially if you're just doing some stretches, or, take some stairs instead of the elevator. I know that's harder for some people because of bad knees or whatever. But the thing is maybe take one flight and then take the elevator up one week. Maybe you work on the third floor, for example. First floor, take the stairs, then catch the elevators on the second floor on the way up, and then work towards going all the way up over the next 3 to 4 weeks. That's one other thing. I wanted to suggest one other thing, then we'll leave this alone. So those of us that we work all day, but we come home and we're tired, okay? But then we have a restless night's sleep because we're thinking about the next day. Our bodies are achy because of the day that we've had. So we're tossing and turning. We don't get a good night's sleep. One of the things that you can do when we talk about workouts, we're thinking about, getting strong, sweating, and all, needing maybe some weights or doing some sort of cardio or something like that. You could simply do a little bit of yoga just before you go to bed.
Yep.
15, 20 minutes of yoga.
And it'll help you sleep better.
It'll help you sleep a lot better. It'll stretch out the body. Your body has been through it throughout the day, throughout your work day. Yoga is a great remedy to kind of get the body back in balance, and then allowing your body to fully rest.
Right.
Okay.
And you can find free yoga stuff on YouTube all day long. I mean, there's things out there. You could do just some easy stretching of your hips and your back, and you could be just stretching your shoulders and your neck and things like that, where just stretching yourself out from the day, you know what I mean? And kind of just decompressing from your phone and from your computer and from your desk.
Right. Exactly right. And you could always message us, and we could direct you or help you in any way we can to fit in your workouts and what type of workouts, and we could definitely work with you on that.
Yeah. And you know what? If you want an actual challenge, if you want some accountability, if maybe you're just like, I'd probably do it if I had some accountability, or I even knew what to do. I had someone tell me the other day, well, if I just knew what to do, I would do it. Okay. So we have these 21-day challenges. We have our September one going on right now, but we have an October one that we're going to start signing up for, next week. It's going to be open, and the October one is going to be even better than the September one. By far.
Oh, by far.
We have some really cool stuff coming. So if you really want an easy way to stay accountable, you want something super convenient, you know exactly what to do. You got all your nutrition and fitness in line, and you have an accountability group that will be checking in with you and keeping you going. Make sure you hit us up for the October 21-day challenge, because that's going to be really fun. So those of you that have been holding out for October, you're in for a treat, because it's going to be great.
Yeah, exactly right. Now, one of our August challengers.
Oh yeah, one of our August challengers.
Right.
She just messaged us and was telling us that she really enjoyed the August challenge, and so I just wanted to congratulate you, because she, you know who you are. She messaged us and said that she's down 10 pounds, and she's down to a weight that she hasn't been in years. And so her back is feeling better. She has more energy, and she has now gotten strong enough to feel like she doesn't, her back isn't hurting throughout all of her regular functional activities during the day. So that's a huge deal. For us, we know that kind of result is possible, but it's all about because she put the work in. So just know that, we expect you to put the work in. It's going to be, a little bit extra effort, right? But it's going to be worth it. So.
Exactly right. All right. So let's get going.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is going to be today. Let me pull this up. So rise and say yes. So we're talking today about, remember, why rise to the occasion? Rising is like, getting up out of your comfort zone and doing something new, and rising to what you're being called to do. So Jesus asked the infirmed man, this was the man by the pools of Bethesda that had been paralyzed for decades. And it says, do you want to get well? It seems like an obvious question, right? Like maybe on the surface, but Jesus knows that not everyone who says they want to get well really means it. Okay. And that's true. He knows that as painful as our current situations are, we choose comfort, complacency, and familiarity over the unknown, period. Change requires work. Are we truly ready to do what it takes? If you're honest with yourself, how would you answer the question, do you want to get well? I do, but I don't want to be too obsessive about this fitness thing. I do, but I'm not sure if I can maintain it. I do, but I only have so much time in the day. I do, but I have to take my pills, so I have to eat. I do, but I have an injury, so I can't push myself that hard. Jesus' question to the man at the pool and us challenges us to truly explore our desires, commitment, motives, and to trust him. Do you want to be made well? As you go through this challenge and through this devotional, to be honest in your answer to this question. Can you answer with a resounding yes? If not, ask God to give you the grace, strength, and desire to let go of your fears and doubts, and to desire his best for you. As you begin to release the fears to God, you will be more inspired and encouraged to move your body more and get healthier every day. So reflect on this today with, why did Jesus ask the man if he wanted to get well? Wouldn't Jesus know that he obviously would want to? Number 2, has Jesus questioned you about your intention and commitment to exercise or get healthier? Has your response been yes, but anything? What is your but? Turn it over to God in prayer. And number 3, what will it take to commit to a resounding yes today? So our prayer in this could be, dear Lord, I thank you for this challenge. I want to get well. Lord, come in and remove all the doubts and fears so I can answer with a loud and convincing yes. It is in you that I live and I move and have my being. So as I embark on this challenge, I commit this journey to you. In your awesome name, I thank you and praise you, Lord. Amen. So the verse that goes with this is John 5:6. When Jesus saw him and knew that he had been ill, when Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he asked, would you like to get well? So the thing is that that's absolutely 100% true. How
Yeah.
many times have you thought, I really want this, but when someone presents the solution to you, you're like,
I can't tell you almost every excuse,
Yeah.
all the buts. I've heard every one of those and more.
I have said every one of those.
Right?
At one point in time.
Uh-huh.
There is always going to be a time when we're not ready for something. But the question really lies in is, okay, but do you want it though? Do you really want it? Because here's the reason why, this is why I say this. And this is kind of the picture I want to paint. When people, I want to make this super easy to resonate with. Okay. What's something in your life that you would never compromise? Do I want an amazing marriage with this man? What would I be willing to do to make sure that stays that way? Anything. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care. I'm not even kidding. No question. A resounding yes. It doesn't matter what you tell me next. If it means I'm not going to compromise my happy marriage, it doesn't matter what you tell me next. Like, that's happening so that I can make sure I sustain this. Because if it's an option if it's going to affect my marriage, then yeah, that's the most important thing. So why do we compromise our health? See, I could find the effort and the energy within myself and the time and probably the money, most likely the money, if it really meant my marriage or my kids.
Yeah,
what if somebody said something about your kids?
Do you want your kids to get well? Look, we've spent a lot of time in the children's hospital.
Yeah.
And you ask that of a parent while their child is fighting something terminal or something very
serious.
debilitating.
Yeah.
Right?
What are you willing to go through to make sure your child is well? Anything, right? You're willing to put all that work in. You're willing to go out of your way. You're willing to be pretty freaking uncomfortable and ask anybody. I mean, pretty much, any, decent parent, anybody who cares about their child is going to say anything, whatever I need to do. I mean,
right.
That's it. But with our own health, for whatever reason, we don't feel that way. And it's because we don't think of ourselves. But here's the problem with that. Here's where the downfall is that we can't do any of those other things. All the effort that we have to put in for things like our kids, our marriage, our other relationships, our businesses, building our business to actually sustain our lives, our job, our career, helping other people, our volunteer work, whatever God has called us to. None of that happens unless we put the work in to sustain our own health, because if we don't have our health, we can't do any of those things.
Yeah. So, man, this is really convicting.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you are one of those people that you are praying to God to heal your child or to heal your family member.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe the answer is through you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's not getting well through their own efforts, but maybe they're going to get well through your efforts. Meaning, if you want your child to get well, maybe you need to examine what's in your house. And do some house cleaning. What's the environment your child lives in? Okay. And that could be your social environment. It could be,
it's in the pantry.
It could be what's in the pantry. It could be what's under the sink. It
could be the chemicals in your house.
Right?
Yeah.
It could be all these things. So again, I ask you this question. What would you do to heal your child? What would you do to heal
your spouse
or for you to be better?
It's your example.
The thing is you're leading you're leading by example.
Right.
Maybe it's simply taking a walk. Maybe it's working out with your child. Maybe it's talking with them, taking time and going on a walk, spending one-on-one time.
Yeah.
And those things bring healing. Okay. Sometimes we just need to take the first step and God will do the rest.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And that's really happened. I mean, we have done things where we're like, okay, God, this isn't the answer that we wanted to hear, but it ends up being everything because he walks through it with us. He gives us the grace and the patience and the love and the direction to do it. He equips us for whatever he's calling us to. So if God's calling you to be healthy, then you're going to be able to do it.
So what are the buts in your life? What are
Yeah.
what are the buts you're giving God in your prayers? You're asking for this healing. You're asking for this thing, but you're like, yeah, but
look, I often say all your reasons why you're not working out or getting healthy or eating right or doing anything for yourself, for your own health we all know their excuses. But the reason I know their excuses is because if you had any other emergent situation come to you, I've watched people do this, where they have to come up with time, money, effort, compromise, right? They come up with it like that. In a snap of the finger, they're there. Okay? I've watched people tell me, well, they're not ready to take care of themselves. They're not ready for the extra effort, the extra time it would take. And within days, they have an emergency situation come upon them. And all of a sudden, they have all the time, all the money, by the way, and all of the effort, all of the sleepless nights, whatever it is they need to do, that man, they're there. They're totally uncomfortable, totally out of their comfort zone, totally, compromising all of the other things they have to get done because they have to do it. So our health is never an emergency to us until it is.
Yep. Exactly.
Now,
right.
Why wait until it's an emergency? It's so much easier to take care of yourself and prevent an emergency than to wait until there is one. Because here's the thing, you can't control an emergency, friend. You don't get to decide if the emergency gives you an opportunity to get your health in check or if that's the end for you. Yeah. It could be too late when the emergency comes. Okay. It could be too late when the emergency comes for your family member because nobody in the house was making the effort. Like, what if you made the effort now and you were the example and you were the catalyst to the change for all of your family's health and you were able to prevent an emergency in their life? Like, we don't think about these things, but we want to put this in front of you because that's the truth, though. That's the reality. And the reason we know that is because we've watched it play out over and over and over so many times. It's like the warning, the writing's on the wall. I mean, it's the same. There's nothing unique about the things that you're saying, the things that we all say, but this and I don't have the money and I don't have the time and I don't have the whatever. It's too hard. I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I'm ready. If someone came to your door and wanted to bless you with $1 million, you're like, wow, that would really set me up financially for a while, right? A long time. So they want to bless you with $1 million and they have that $1 million for you. And they said, all you have to do is this. And then you had to do some work. Like, they're going to give it to you, but they just had some tasks for you that they said, every day I want you to do this and I'll give you this $1 million, right? Would you say, I don't know if I'm ready to do that work? I don't know. Imagine it was something for an hour a day. They're like, I just need you to do this for an hour a day. I'm going to give you $1 million. And by the way, I'm going to give you another $1 million when that $1 million runs out, as long as you keep doing this hour a day thing. And you said, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I'm going to let you know in a couple of months if I'm ready for that $1 million. No. Every single one of us would say, give me the money, shut up, I'll make an hour a day happen.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they were paying you to be healthier, to eat right, to get some exercise.
So right? $1 million though, we go, $1 million, right? But what about lifelong health?
Right. What is your life worth? What is the quality of your life worth? Yes. Right. What is the life of your being there for your children, being there for your grandchildren?
What is your children's health worth to you?
What is all that worth?
Yeah. Hey, Alonza. Okay. Alonza's here.
Now,
jump into the party. Good morning.
Now, look, also want to point out, what if you were doing well.
Mhm.
You got into a routine and you saw some great results. You knew this was working. But hey, summer vacation came along, right? We all take vacations. And when we take vacations, we compromise. We
Yeah.
compromise on what we're eating.
Yeah.
We're compromising on our daily activities,
Our fitness.
right?
Yeah.
It's all about vacation and kind of taking our foot off the pedal a little bit, right? But now we're back into it. And now you've gained some pounds back
Mhm.
and you're starting to feel that sluggish feeling again. And you know what all the work you put in, but you know that now you're going to have to get and do it again.
Mhm.
But there's that word, but, right? But
But things keep coming up.
things keep coming up, but I don't have time to put in that work again. But I don't want,
Ooh, but I don't want to start over again.
yeah, I don't want to, well, it's not going to fall off on its own. Right?
You started over when you went on vacation.
But
but we've all been there.
Right? We've all had to restart.
Yeah.
We've all had to get going again.
But here's the thing. It is not restarting. I think what's really the problem is that we tell ourselves lies. We tell ourselves made up things that don't even really exist. Like it's not starting over.
Right.
You're just continuing after 7 days.
This is the thing. And this is why we wanted to do this devotional now, because the holiday season is right around the corner.
It's coming, guys.
And if you don't have something in place before then, and you're already feeling bad, you're feeling sluggish now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
January's
wait
coming.
till some turkey time comes. Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get on that couch and never leave it. That's what's gonna happen.
You're gonna be like, football and turkey, I'm sold.
Right. And so you think you've gained the weight now. Well, wait till after the holiday season. And there's a reason why gyms are packed come January 2nd.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they're empty
come January 3rd.
Right?
No, but seriously, and this is the thing. I know we're kind of preaching at you today, but the thing is, yes, resume where you left off. Exactly, Alonza. The thing is that we really want to make sure that we talk about overcoming these roadblocks, because we really tell ourselves a specialized set of lies about our own health. Yeah. Every single person, and then from now on, I think I'm gonna talk to people about this, because it just came to me. If you got $1 million given to you, if you had no financial worries from now on, in fact, not even $1 million, if you just didn't have to worry about money anymore, think about it. It's the same as your health. If you didn't have to worry about your health anymore because you were taking care of yourself, is that worth it? And most people are like, well, yeah, but I mean, it's hard work. But if you didn't have to worry about money anymore, what would you be willing to do? Well, whatever. I'm ready. You're ready to do hard work suddenly? You're suddenly ready to do whatever it takes? You're suddenly ready to be totally uncomfortable all the time? Most of us would do whatever that person said to do if we didn't have to worry about money ever again. Okay? Now, the reason why that's so important is because all of us understand worrying about money. But if you've never sat in a hospital, truly in an emergency situation, worrying about your health and facing your own mortality, you don't understand that that's so much worse than worrying about money.
Yeah.
Because you can't come back from that.
Suddenly you're laying in that bed and you're thinking of all the what ifs. The buts go from but to what if. What if I would have done that? What if I would have been more active? What if I would have got my act together?
You immediately start berating yourself.
And then you're saying, if I could just have one more day, if I could have that time back.
Yep.
I'm telling you, the time is now. There is a reason why visits to the ER increase and hospital stays increase during the holiday season.
Totally.
Heart attack rates go up, stroke.
Yep.
Just whatever. A lot I've seen personally every year over the last 2 decades. I've seen this in hospitals where they get busier during the holiday season.
And any medical professional will tell you that it just spikes because of all of the extra stuff that people are eating. That lots and lots of extra salt and sugar, a lot less exercise going on,
it's
a lot more stress.
it's a perfect storm. It's a combination of things.
Yep.
People are eating more of those comfort foods.
Yep.
While they're comfortable on the couch, they're stagnant. People they're less active. Why? Because it's wintertime or it's getting colder. Okay.
Or it's holiday vacation.
But then their work schedule, because it's getting towards the end of the year, and they're getting pressure to get all their company matrices and goals accomplished. So there's pressure to get those things done.
Plus the stress of the holiday season in general.
And then so you got stress building up. You have your routines are out the window, and you're eating garbage food.
Yeah.
It is a perfect storm for something unhealthy.
Now,
for something bad to happen.
We all, and I want to end with this. We all end up in a version of that during the holidays. All of us, even we do. We end up eating more stuff that, maybe it's like, healthy, a lot healthier than most people would be eating, but it's definitely a compromise for us. I mean, we end up eating, more comfort food, like it's the healthier version, but like a lot of it. I mean, I'm definitely consuming way more potatoes during the holidays than normal. It's like, yes, of course, we all make compromises. We all are more stressed during the holidays. We all do. But when I have a trajectory going into the holidays of already eating healthy, already exercising every day, already lowering my stress, already having a plan and a routine, already having an accountability group, right? I know the plan. Then when I compromise, I'm really it is just a compromise. It's just a little bit. It's not even going to it's not going to make a huge difference. Maybe I don't feel as good as normal, but I'm not compromising my whole trajectory of my health. I'm not ending up in the hospital. I'm not falling off completely. And then I have no progress whatsoever, or I completely lose all my progress. All of that stuff doesn't happen.
Because when you have an active lifestyle, or, you've changed your eating habits, you've changed your fitness routine. Okay. When you're already in that space and what's coming, the cold season's coming. And say, for instance, maybe you got into a habit of taking a walk every day or running. Okay. Getting out and being active. It's summertime. Right. Well, you're more than likely to take the precautions, everything you need to do to still continue those walks and those runs in the cold weather. So your mind's already there. You're not willing to give that up. So you go to the sporting goods store and you get cold weather gear. And so you could keep going. Right. And so you could keep doing it because it means a lot to you.
Right.
But it will mean nothing to you if you don't invest into it now.
Yep. And so the question at the end of the day for today's study was, do you really want to get well? And so my question to you really was, think about all the other things you'd be willing to do in other situations. Do you really want to get well? Because the thing is that if you're not willing to put in the work, then we can't say that we really want it, because there's so many other situations and scenarios in our life where we immediately know that we want it because we're willing to take action. We're willing to dive into action immediately to take care of the problem. Right? To fix it, to immediately address the issue. And it doesn't matter how hard the work is. We just immediately know that's what we're doing. And so then that's how you know you want it. So if you're not taking action, we've really got to address, why don't you want this? And that's the thing. And so either it's time to jump into gear, or it's time to address why you don't want it and to get past that roadblock first.
Exactly. Hey, you guys, I hope you guys got something out of today. I hope you're getting something out of this week.
Yeah.
This is something different.
I am.
And we definitely are. Look, like we always say, we're not preaching at you. I mean, we're just talking with you.
Yeah,
because this is stuff that we have to deal with too.
Because you guys, we have days where we don't feel like it. We're doing it right alongside you. We have days where we're like, oh man, like we didn't have time to work out, blah, blah, blah. It's like we struggle the same way that you do.
Yeah. But anyway, look, if you got something out of today, please hit like and share this with your friends and family. Okay. So we can grow this community. We could grow God's message and help people to build their faith, develop their character, and take action towards a life they want to live. Right?
Absolutely. And the thing is that that's what we're here to help you do, is to constantly get 1% better every day, is to consistently build that health journey for yourself, because it's not a one and done thing.
Exactly
So
right.
yeah, every day be doing something new. Hey, listen, you guys, if you want to sponsor our show, if this is something that is valuable to you, if you feel like that you're getting something from this and and you want to see how you can support us, make sure you jump over to javieandjessicamadrigal.com. There you're going to find several options where you could support our show. You could support it goes to our podcast too. All of the outreach we're doing right now online in the world to help people with their lifelong health, their longevity. That is where we need the support and the partnership from you, because we can't do this alone. So if you want to support us, you can pick a level that works for you. It's javieandjessicamadrigal.com. We greatly appreciate your partnership on this mission. Every little bit counts. So thank you so much for that. And hey, if you want a challenge, if you want something to get you on track, if you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, tell me what to do. We have a challenge every month. It is eliteninjaacademy.com/21-day challenge. And we are now enrolling for our October challenge. You can go ahead and go over there and you can sign up for October. It starts October 4th. But right now we're in the middle of our September challenge and it's already going great. We had great results from our August one. So if that's something that works for you, if that's something that you feel like you need, make sure you jump over there. And if you're like, I just want to talk to you guys, I just want to work with you, again, you can jump over to javieandjessicamadrigal.com and you can get a consult with us. Okay, so you can have a coaching call with us and we can work through your issues. So there's always options for you to work with us. Make sure you're reaching out if you're not sure how to work with us, and I will get with you and make sure that we get you taken care of. Okay.
All right, guys, have a wonderful day and we will see you tomorrow.